An e-scooter pilot program was first discussed at City Hall last year in an effort to deal with what some consider to be a nuisance, all while dealing with the reality that the so-called micromobility vehicles are here to stay.
We need better ways for people to get around the city. We're adding hundreds of thousands of more people. We don't have any more space on the roads.
While there is support to somehow allow and control e-scooters in Toronto, the city is still a step removed from making it happen, waiting on a plan to come forward after requests to deliver some possibilities last July.
We think it's premature to consider bringing an e-scooter pilot, especially looking at other jurisdictions that have them.
At this point, e-scooters aren't supposed to be ridden, stored, or parked on any streets, after the city decided not to take part in a province-wide pilot in 2021 over concerns about safety.
Until the Disability Advisory Committee is comfortable with any type of additional pilot that would see new forms of mobility sanctioned and piloted by the city, we'd really like to remain focused on Bike Share Toronto, on that expansion.
Toronto's Bike Share program, operated by the Parking Authority, has been expanding with over 9,000 bikes at 700 stations now throughout the city. The likelihood of that government agency speeding up an e-scooter pilot is apparently slim.
Toronto Parking Authority is having to cut back on the capital works that we've already asked it to do because there isn't enough money. And that is a big problem. So they're not anxious to take on another program right now.
The city's efforts to create a larger micro-mobility strategy involving different modes of transportation have included consulting with different organizations on how best to implement safety measures, education, and enforcement. But any plans won't come until a report is released in May. Brampton launched its e-scooter pilot program last year and largely considers it a success. 750 scooters were made available to the public to use on roads and in bike lanes. 110,000 users and 200,000 rides, and the program is expected to continue in April. Mark McAllister, City News.